morning. Hello. How are you? Oh. What? Welcome to Bma's Crafty Corner. I am Bma, better known as Els, and I'm putting stuff away because I had stuff out because I was playing last night. Stuff's away. Okay. Alrighty. So I want to get this blue journal finished, get it put in the cover, and then I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna play. So there's that and this, and I don't think we need all of that, but we're gonna need this. So this is just a file folder. It just happens to be blue, and I said, that'll work. So that's what we're doing. Good morning, Miss Arlene. How are you today? 2 pages. That's all we got left. 2 pages. We can do this. All right. Just going to take a few pieces out. I don't want a lot of pieces here, but we're going to take a few pieces out. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but we're going to do something because we need to finish this. All right, we have 1 piece of ephemera that we made yesterday that we still, haven't found a home for. So I think we're going to use it here. I'm just going to put it here. Although I don't like these corners. Why did I do this? I don't know, because I forgot to round them. Okay, scissors. So I'm just going to round them. If I can, I'm going to round all 4 of them. There's never any telling. Okay, that's better. See, that's better. Okay, I'm going to round this one. And this one. There we go. Just looks better. Okay, I'll put this down. After I put some more ink back on there because I cut all the ink off when I rounded it. Okay. So just put it right there. So, hi, Miss Janie. How are you on this bright morning? It is a beautiful morning out there. Miss Murray! Oi. Only I can get this thing jammed up. All right, let's get this on here. Just like that. And then maybe we'll do a pocket of some kind. Okay. These the images for this are just so big, Hi, Steph. What you doing, girlie? we're going to reduce one of these way down. That'll work. Right. No, just the page I want, not the whole thing. 16. And I'm printing it on the wrong printer. Okay, let's see how that comes out. It's probably a damn sticker. That is the story of my life. Oh, goody. Printed on paper. Not great paper, but paper, nonetheless. Snippet rolls. Steph's working on a journal. Cool. Well, that is good paper. I don't know why that's even in the printer. Okay. I'm going to cut this out because we're going to use this to make a pocket. But the regular image is too big. Too big. So I just reduced it down in my drive so that I could make a pocket. Okay, we have a piece of scrap white paper, and we will glue this down and then make a pocket of some kind. I don't know exactly what kind, but we're going to make a pocket. So I got Buggy again this week. He was here last week, and I took him home the other day so he could go to school, but he forgot his gloves. Convenient. So his mom told him, well, just go back over to Bima's and you can just stay, hang around over there for a couple of days and get your gloves. And so, yeah, he's here. He's still asleep because that's what teenage boys do. They sleep nonstop. If they aren't eating, they're sleeping. All right, let's see. All right, so on the pain scale today, we are at a solid, 2.5. So I'm good with it. I think I'm going to cut this in half. I don't know. That way. I'm going to cut it in half. You're just, no. I'm going to cut it here, and we're going to make a bottom pocket. Yeah. Okay, so let's cut this down. Because we can fit a lot of stuff in there. But we're going to take it from the bottom so we get the top piece. And then we can use this somewhere else. See, because that's pretty too. All right, and those eyeball measurements. Perfect. Okay. Let's put a... You was napping, was you? I hate to wake you up. Yeah, I am definitely going to have to get a ring on this one. I keep going in there and I keep forgetting to look for it, that's all. I'm sure I have one. It's just in the craft room. But let me tell you, my craft room got destroyed over Christmas. Hubbard and I moved a bunch of stuff into the craft room and into the kids' bedroom so that, when people came over for the holiday, there would be places for them to sit, because my living room was still kind of packed with stuff from a year ago when I got that consignment, and I still haven't finished getting rid of all of the stuff that's in there because most of it is not usable, to be honest. As I went through it, started really looking at the stuff, most of it is not usable. So at this point, almost all of the 12 by 12 paper and a big chunk of the 8.5 by 11 has just gone straight down to the elementary schools at the end of the street, or to Jennifer to take to her schools, or to my daughter Jade's so she can take them to her school. Hello, Christine. All right, so we're going to put this in. Nice big journaling card. And let's see if we have. Is this wide enough? Oh, just barely. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on here because we're going to make a journaling card. I don't know where we're putting it, but we're going to make it. So yeah, pain levels at a solid 3 today. So it's getting better. But I looked at, we'll just put it in there. All right, last page. Hello, Marie. So I was doing more research last night. As most of you know, I have fibromyalgia. So I was like, does this in some way play into my fibromyalgia? So I went over to the Mayo Clinic, and they have a fibromyalgia thing there where you can put in your symptoms and it'll tell you if it's part of your fibromyalgia. So I put in my symptoms and it came back, and there's a high probability that it's the fibro. And then I am just I'm putting this on the side. I don't care. But there's a high probability that it's part of my fibro. And the reason I do that is because a few years back, I had I thought I was having a heart attack. My chest hurt so bad. And so I went over to, Mike took me to the emergency room because we both thought I was having a heart attack. My chest hurt. It was like it was caving in. It felt like. And so we went over to the hospital, and they immediately said that it was probably just anxiety. And they wanted to give me some anxiety medication, but I take anxiety medication on the regular. So, and I had just taken it. As far as I'm concerned, if you want to give me more, that's kind of an overdose, you know? So they did an EKG and I wasn't having a heart attack. But I went to talk to my doctor, and he said that the Mayo Clinic has this thing where you can track fibromyalgia symptoms. And I went, okay. And he went, so what you had, and he gave me the name of it, is connected to fibromyalgia. And I went, oh, okay. So he says, check it. So I thought I had a kidney infection. I don't know. Maybe I did. But the symptoms do lie with a known condition with fibromyalgia. So it could be that. Who knows? Maybe I could look forward to this being, a regular thing because it's going to flare up every now and then. Who knows? But he says it doesn't really matter, though, because they would still treat it the same as they're treating the musculoskeletal problem, because I called my fibro, and he said that they would just give me muscle relaxers for it. If it was connected to the fibro, they would give me the muscle relaxers. He's going to pull everything because I had a CAT scan at the hospital, the emergency room. So he's going to pull all of that, and he's going to take a good look at it and see, and to determine if it's the fibromyalgia acting up, or if I did, in fact, have like an injury or a kidney. That he's going to look at it more in depth than what they did at the hospital. Okay, I need a piece. Here we go. This is too short. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We will make this work. Hang on there for a second, buddy, while I get some straight. You know what? I have one up here, and I have a roll of paper cut, so we'll just use the paper cut. So we'll see. But I'm only at about a 3 today. Yesterday I was like, I couldn't, when I woke up, it was like, oh my God. I felt like I was just going to fall. Every step I took, I felt like my body was going to like my leg was just going to give out. And from the pain in my back, and I get this right up my back, right up my spine, right into my hip, like a son of a. But, well, that went through, but it didn't go all the way. Just go in the hole, would you? So we shall wait for him to look at everything and diagnose. So he's pulling the CAT scan and the blood work and everything from the hospital. And then he's going to tell me if I'm broken or not. See, that the reason that fibromyalgia is so mysterious is because, like, most of the people that get it are women. It's a woman's disease. Not enough men get it for them to be interested. So, better to tell us it's all in our heads. Although it is now, they actually recognize it now. That's a step in the right direction, right? All right, mini blue journal. Let's get these tops done. And then we'll figure out something else to do. I don't know. What are we going to do? Any suggestions? I'm not pulling another color journal. We're not going to do that. We'll figure it out. I don't like this, though. We're going to have to fix that. I don't like it. I hate it. This might be where we put these big pieces. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we're going to do these. So let me grab. Let's take a look. This is going to be a pain in the butt trying to get around that top like that. So we'll take it off. All right, that one. That's backed. We have these to finish. Yeah. Exactly. They're so hard because you never know what it's going to do and where it's going to do it. Like, I always joke with, like, Mike and I and when I'm talking to my kids about it. And I always joke about it. I always say, well, it's kind of like I stubbed my toe and my ear hurts. And I said that to a doctor one time. And he says, it's actually a really good way of explaining it. Like, you don't know what's going to hurt next. Sure I do. Everything's going to hurt. Everything under the sun is going to be miserable. That's what's going to happen. Oh, I guess it would help if I open that back up. I mean, it's just the process to get there. Like what you have. To get them to diagnosed fibromyalgia is just... It was like 2 years of testing. I went through like 2 years of just getting one test after another, after another, after another. I was so relieved when somebody said, you have fibromyalgia. I was like, yay! because you just want to know what it is, you know? I want a name. Yep. But you know, when you're chronically sick and you chronically have pain and, you know, all the other things that go along with it, because when you have pain, just being in pain can cause anxiety, stress, you know, and all the other stuff that goes along with it. Because, you know, you're in pain. You don't want to leave the house because you're afraid if you leave your house that, you know, well, if I go someplace, what happens if my pain flares up? But you don't want to go someplace and be, you know, on pain meds where you can't get your thoughts organized. So a lot of people, they don't take the pain medication. You know, they're like, I'm not doing that. No, because I want to be present in what I'm doing. And so they won't take the pain medication. So then they're in pain. And so you get this like anxiety cycle that builds up of, well, if I go out, what if the pain gets too bad? If I go out, what if, you know, what if I end up having a panic attack because I'm in pain and I'm trying to figure out, you know, especially if you're on your own. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. Yeah. I mean, I like to travel. It's a thing. I like to go places. I like to do things. I like to see people. And I really, when I'm going and I'm doing these travels, if there's a museum, baby, I want to be there. You know, I want to be in that museum. And some museums I can do because they take the time to, you know, like have an electric scooter that you can rent or something, or, you know, even just a regular wheelchair. I don't mind pushing my own wheelchair. I can do that perfectly fine. Um, but the terror of, you know, getting someplace and needing to put gas in the car and not feeling like I can get out of the car and back into the car without pain. And it's not like there's gas stations anymore that you can pull up to and go, hey, fill it up, you know? So I have to kind of prepare for those types of situations, which is one of the reasons that I typically travel with one of my grandkids or a friend or something, just so that I'm not alone. I mean, what the hell happens if I wake up in the morning and I'm like, bleh, and I'm in a hotel someplace? I need to be able to go down to the office and pay for another night's stay. Sometimes I can't do that, but I can send, you know, my grandson down and go, hey, can we stay another night? Here's the money. You know, here's our credit card. We just want to stay another night. This should have been back before I put the thing in it, but I didn't. So it's going to be a very thin tag. It's not very stable. That is, yeah, no, that's totally just paper. We'll see if we got something else in card we can put in here. Yeah. And trust me, I totally get it. There's like you feel like you can't function anymore, you know? And so I completely understand. And like I have fibromyalgia. I have degenerative disc disease because of where I broke my back. I now have rheumatoid arthritis. Thanks, Mom. No, she didn't bother to tell me that crap is hereditary. So I now have that. Hubbard keeps threatening that, in my later years, he's going to, when he buys the land and we build our house and everything, he keeps telling me he's going to put a little track. He's just going to let me drive on this little track, and everywhere that I go, I'll be able to scavenger because he's just going to move my supplies around from building to building. I'll be demented anyway, so what will I care? At least he'll know that where I'm at. This one, pink, I think. Where's the end? Oh, I should probably order more pink. Why do I get the feeling my granddaughter was playing with this one? Yeah, it is. It's hereditary. It can be hereditary. So I have rheumatoid arthritis in my spine, in my knees. Thankfully, I haven't gotten it in my hands. I have carpal tunnel, but I kind of ignore that. I'm good at ignoring it. What am I going to do with these little ones? Yeah. Oh, Christine. Honey, do you have anybody coming in to help you during the day? Like a friend or something? Hello, Rosemary, and welcome. All right, what color are we going to do this one? We'll do this one in the blue. But yeah, it's a relief when you finally get a like if you've been living with pain for a while, or maybe just the symptoms. It may not be pain. It may be you might have like a lifelong case of diarrhea, and to go in and finally find out that there's a reason, there's a reason why you're in pain. There's a reason why you have blurred vision. There's a reason why, you have this shake in your hand every now and then or whatever. Once you can get in and you can actually get a diagnosis, it is like the greatest feeling in the world. Like you're thanking them for telling you have this weird disease, because at least now you have a start point to be able to fight that battle. It's not just, it's okay. And you know what to expect. And it's almost like there's a relief in waking up in the morning and something's cramping, but you know that it's cramping because. So now you have a way of dealing with it. You're not just standing there wondering what's wrong with you. Why is your body betraying you? No, you have this autoimmune disease. You have this chronic illness, whatever it is. Oh, good deal. Organize that craft room. Seriously, guys, I had to go in that craft room last night. I had to do some stuff. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I was sitting on a swivel chair on wheels in there last night. And like every 5 minutes, Buggy and Mike would walk by going, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm sitting down. I'm fine. Go away. Here, let's do this one. We'll do these colors according to the tabs we put in them. That'll work. The islands. I have a lot of stuff to do in my craft room because all that stuff got shoved in there from Christmas, and I want to get through it. And I know I've taken photographs of stuff that's supposed to be out in the shop, but honestly, I don't know where that crap is right now. So now I have to go and find all of that. Yeah. Because I've been down with this back thing since just after Christmas. I know I didn't share, but I'm like that. But yeah, I think once you get like, know your enemy, you know what I mean? Yeah, you have the ability to tell people, like I feel shitty today. And it's because, like I could not even imagine being somebody who had to live with like Crohn's disease. I couldn't. Like the IBS, that's enough. That's enough. And that I've always joked about, and thankfully most of my doctors have a good sense of humor because they'll be like, "Well, how are you feeling?" "Pretty shitty." And I think that, the healthier you are when you're younger, the worse it is when you get older. And for me, it was definitely when I broke my back. That is what took me down that spiral into my life sucks. All right. We are basically done with this one, guys. All blue. Like I said, I think maybe when we finish them all, we'll put them all in one big binding. You never know. All right, so we're done with that one. Now tonight we are going to be working on our single signature for beginners journal, which I guess is pink because we started with pink. We don't have to use pink, but that's what we started with. All right, let me get this out of the way, and then we can do something else. Let me find something else to do. Get out of the way. I lost the lid to this box. Here it is. Okay. I've been looking for the perfect. No, I'm going to put those someplace else. I'm not putting them in here. No. You'll forget you put them in there. And then you'll be like, what? Okay, this goes back over here. This one closed up. Get out of the way. God, you guys. All right, that one. Okay. Hi, Tammy. Okay, so if you have not been here and you missed this, we are doing our Projects 26 challenge. This is not a competitive challenge. This is you challenging yourself to go outside of your comfort zone to figure out ways of putting things together, okay? So our substrate is a greeting card. Now, substrate is whatever you use as your base, okay? So our substrate is going to be the greeting card, which I have here. I did a tall, skinny, tall and slim, a skinny, a gas station card, whatever you want to call it. It's to make a greeting card, and you must use ink on it. Now, these are all random matchups. When I shuffle these up, I put these face up, and then I shuffle up these, and I put them face down, and then we put them into the envelopes. So I don't know what comes up together, but I did mine last night. I did a greeting card, and so all of this is blended ink for my background, and he is covered with my alcohol ink markers, and this is all inked, and even my clouds got ink. So because they're not clouds, they're poofs a little, from him. So so I just made a card. I haven't even finished the inside of it, and that's my ink. I wanted to feature the ink, so there it is. And I did put water, to blend. So that's my card. Hips and legs and feet. 4 major surgeries. No, we're gonna walk. Now 66. Pain every day. Welcome to the club, Rosemary. Welcome to the tribe. Yeah. If one of us isn't broken in here, it's a miracle. It seriously is a miracle, because we are some broke old broads in here. Ugh. All right. So right, we can have a pharma party. Yep, this is the Broken Ladies Club. Well, there's the purple hats. Maybe we should be the Red Crosses or something. The Band-Aids. Oh, the elastic bandage. I don't know. Should be our new thing, right? Broken broads, exactly. Oh, we are just pieces of work, I'm telling you. Okay, so right now we have the single signature, learn to do a single signature going on tonight. And so I think maybe we should think about what we're going to do for the next actual journal. I know, I'm going to make a journal? Holy crap. How does that even happen? I don't like this. This comb is like too small. You know, this binding, it's like too small for this book. It doesn't, it's too small. This should have been a bigger comb. Spiral. Okay. So I think we're going to go ahead and do the first swap in the group. I'm going to get that entered in. And let's see. All right, we're doing the colors right now. We got that one going. So we don't need to do that. We got that going. Okay. I'm so not doing that Edith Holden thing yet. Still working on getting stuff for the Phantom of the Opera. So we'll work on that one. So we're going to do our first swap. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 swaps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So where's the phone? Here it is. We all know what you mean. All right, here we go. I'm going to go there. We pick a number. Let's get rid of the 50 because we only have 4 swaps a year. Yes, good. Yes? Okay. So whatever number it pulls is the one we're going to do first. It said number 4. We're going to do the washi swap first this year. Okay. So this is now first. Second. If this just goes backwards, it just went backwards. I don't like it. Reset. Let's try this again. Maybe it won't go in the reverse order. 4. Okay. This one's first. This one's second. What are you doing? Go away. Oh my God. See, this is what happens when my grandkids get my phone. Can you please go away? Lord. Go away. Okay. It's the next one. Number 3. 3 is 3. And then number 1 is 4. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I know. You picked all the variants. Go away. Okay. You could. All right. So the first one is going to be the washi swap. You could send rolls if you want to, but what I recommend is playing cards and wrap, 2 or 3 washies on there about 10 times each. It's about 18 inches. And put 2 cards in an envelope and send it. That's the washi swap. So we're going to go ahead and put the washi swap in as our first swap. The next one will be our tag base, which will be in April, January, February, March. Yeah, April, May, and June. And then the end of June will be the embossing swap, June, July, and August. And then we'll do ephemera, September, October, November. That works, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes, it was the last one. It's the washi swap. Yeah. So if you put it, here's the reason why I say to do it that way. If you take that and you put it inside of like a greeting card, you know, like a thank you card or something, like a simple card, and put that in the envelope, it's going to ship for just a regular stamp, plus maybe the extra ounce. So it's less than $1 to send it. That's why we do it that way. She's trying to do it the lazy way. I'm just going to shove a bunch in here. All right, so we're going to do a washing swap. Let me go over and get this put in. Okay. All right, it's in. And I'm going to pin it to the top. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Rosemary and Marie, since you guys are new, we do 4 swaps a year in the Facebook group in our tribe. Okay, and some people aren't in the Facebook group. Mari's not in the Facebook group because she's not on Facebook, and so she just, you know, sends me an email and says, you know, she wants to participate, or she'll tell me in one of the lives, hey, can you put me in? And I will put her in. I get a list of everybody who's playing, who wants to swap, and then we usually typically do a round robin where A will send to B will send to C will send to D sends to E to F. I give everybody a day by which they should send it. Thank you. And then I give them, you know, at the end, if whatever, for whatever reason, your swap doesn't come through, then you tell me and I'll send you a swap. I don't care. I'll just send you one. Okay? Because face hold bites, right? So, and this one's pretty simple. This one is literally just taking like a playing card. This is obviously not a playing card. And just wrapping like 18 to 24 inches of a washi tape around it. And you do that like 1, 2, 3, 4 times for the average size washi tape. Blah, 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 blah. And then I'll tell you who to send it to. You just put it in a card, write a little note if you want, and send it off. And then, you know, within a few days, you'll get something from somebody else. So we kind of round robin it. And we're going to be doing 4 swaps in the group this year. We're going to be doing a washi tape swap, an embossing swap, which is not embossing powder. We're going to be doing like embossing folders. If you have embossing folders, you can emboss them. Tag bases. So like a lot of us have dies that have different shaped tags and stuff. We're going to be doing those. And we're going to be doing the ephemera swap. And an ephemera swap is like, I don't care if you send stickers, you do homemade ephemera, you could do lace, trims, whatever it is, whatever ephemera you want. That's, you can send that to somebody. Now, if you don't have, like, let's say you want to participate in the tag one, but you don't have like a die cutting machine to make those like strange tag, you can just make plain tags and send them to somebody. Maybe they don't have that paper that you're using. That's a benefit of it as well. So lots of stuff going on. Because space whole plates. I love that. So we're going to be doing that. And then I'm going to go and pull a pre-pack of journal stuff. And no, you know what? I'll put it in. I'll put it in as the vote. Y'all can pick which one you want to do. It'll be in the Facebook group. And of course, if you're not in Facebook, we'll tell you what the choices are going to be. And you can tell either myself or Arlene, and we'll get it in the Facebook for you. I'm going to start this one right now. We're going to start right at the beginning of the year because I'm probably going to do 2 this year. Ladies, we're doing the pick a journal. That's right. You write for me what journal you would like to see done. Do not put your name on it. Do not put anything on it that tells me it's from you. Pick whatever topic you want. Herbals, flower, dogs, a mashup of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Annie, whatever it is. Okay? Hi, Harry. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You're in a mood. Put your tail down. Nobody wants to see that. Toss it, put it like on an index size piece of paper, toss it in an envelope and mail it off to me. When they get here, Hubbard sees them. He takes them out of the envelope, throws the envelopes away, and brings me the cards. So I have no idea which one is from who. Okay. And then I'm going to pick one out of all of the ones that I get. And if yours gets here late, don't worry about it because we're going to do it again later on in the year. I'm going to pick one, and that's the journal I'm going to do. And when I make that journal, it goes to you. So. Hi, Harry. What are you doing? I just come to see you, Mom. Yeah. I was sleeping, and then I woke up, and I said, I'm going to go over there and bug my mom. Because I was sleeping. Nobody wants to see that. I gave you a kiss. I did. I kissed your little fat head. Yeah, so you can message me through Facebook if you want. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'm easy to find. Can I have this? Thank you. And I am on Instagram, but I don't really. I'm working on it, guys. I really am. I really am trying to work on the whole Instagram thing. Let me go over here and do this. Copy. Pasty. So yeah, if you need to connect with me on Facebook, this is my Facebook where you can find me there. Go there. All right. So I'm easy to find. Channel name, all one word, at gmail.com. What else we got going on? I think that's it. We've got our Projects 26 challenge. This month, it's a greeting card in ink. So do with that what you want this week. We do it every 2 weeks, the 1st and 15th of every month. The first one was tag and newspaper. So this one is greeting card in ink. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the vote in today. So tonight at our 6 o'clock, 7, 8, and 9 across the country, we get together tonight. I'm going to tell everybody what 3 journals I've put in based on what we already have ready to go. I am still looking for stuff for all of these because they were all fantastic suggestions. So I've been looking for stuff to do all of these. So we'll get to those. But we have, I think, 6 or 7 of them on deck right now. So I'll go ahead and throw 3 or 4 of them in. We're going to start the pick a journal. So you guys can send those in, start sending those in. That one already. I did the video on that. And I have a couple of new folios coming up. I haven't done one in a while. Oh, bye, honey. All right. So I will see everybody tonight at 6 o'clock. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Why not, right? It doesn't hurt. Okay, maybe a little bit. But here's the thing. I'm going to offend you at some point, and I would like you to be there for it. You know? So I don't mean to offend you. I just will. I offend everybody. So if you would like a copy of the schedule, what's going on, you can always pick that up or take a look at it over either here in the community post or the post or whatever they're calling it, or over on the Facebook group. You can go to either one of those and get a copy of my schedule. It's actually linked at the top, you know, to the featured stuff in the top of the Facebook group. You can also, if you want to cyber stalk me, go down to the bottom of this page where it says description, click more. And it's going to give you my email address, my Insta, my Facebook, my Etsy shop, my Ko-Fi, my Patreon. There's free stuff over there if you guys want to go check that stuff out. You can also do a free membership if you'd like. Free membership just gives you my undying devotion, but you know, anything above that gets you a little something. Hi. Hello, Mr. Kitty. Wait. All right, but that's it, guys. So do me a favor. Stay hydrated, stay warm, and stay well. Okay? I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.